Hi guys. I just wanted to this week bring attention to how much rooting and security and stability there is in the Ashtanga practice, and here are some of my favourite places to find this. So one of them is feeling the connection between the hips and the heels in the Utkatasana. So after finding that magical center line of Samastiti, we exhale, exhale, exhale and drop into our foundation and squeeze the root of the body. The Utkatasana sinks low as you inhale the arms up and stretch the breath from its seed point. And then exhale, 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 curl back into that magical place and fold down. Release, and the transfer of hands to feet and feet to hands is a really nice place to feel the center. Where is your center of gravity? Where should your mind be focusing? Is always the center of the body for smooth, delicious, mindful, super controlled transitions. Another nice earthy pose is your Downward Dog Adho Mukha Svanasana, of course. Gazing in towards Mula Bandha from the Sagra. Feeling the whole legs active, the whole feet active, the ankles, the arches of the feet. All the way to the sitting bones, which stay at the back of the body as you fold. You always want to feel them releasing down towards the heels. Another nice place is when you come into your warrior one. Really feeling that energy of the feet and the heels, the big toe as they stamp down. You sink your hips and keep them low and hold your Mula Bandha as you inhale, come up on top of it through the spine, tailbone drops. And you feel the prowess of the warrior one before you inhale from your seed point and take the breath up and away. Another powerful place is Warrior 2. Again, sinking the center of gravity low in your Ashtanga practice, externally rotating both hips, and again, feeling the feet. Feeling the Muladhara energy from the feet through the inside seams of the legs, right to its control center in the center of the pelvic floor. Another nice place you can control your center is learning to gracefully step. See if I do it. Back to Samastiti. So each time you splay out and you begin again, you're feeling your feet as you do this. A lot of beginners don't really see the importance of arriving and leaving from the center. So as you prepare for your move, of course we have this long breath always. For quite a simple move in the Ashtanga practice, you want to really feel every kind of movement of the foot. The foot almost becomes like another eye. And before you begin each pose, you're stacked on the center. Crown of the head, throat, heart, tailbone. Center of pelvic floor sits in line with the soft palate. And you get a chance to anchor in. Before you then again move the body, and the weight distribution should stay the same over the center. So what's cool is that your Mula Bandha doesn't really move that much as you come into and leave your poses. So if you have awareness right here in the center, let's say it's between the navel and the place where the seams of the legs join. There's not really a lot of movement here. So this is really useful. This is another good place. So I tell students to place the hand on the sacrum. Often students just flop their hand here, but you want to use the hand and you anchor from your hand, which is holding the sacrum and the position of Mula Bandha, And you want to stretch from the crown of the head and Mula Bandha. Once you've found the straight line, you can then finish with the arms and legs. But once in a posture, you want to be breathing always. What should we do now? Let's do a side angle. Breathing from and to your center. Wherever you go, awareness of the center of the body. Something else that happens is that when we come onto our seat, let's come down, we lose the center. We kind of start taking it easy. But actually this is where Mula Bandha kind of comes into its own. And this yogic levitation, this lightness, is basically lifting up off the floor through Mula Bandha. So as you come forwards or sideways or twisting or folding or binding, you want to keep the weight in the hips, but the energy is lifting out of the hips. So as soon as you sink, you lost the energetic effect of your Mula Bandha. So each time you breathe in, each time you breathe out, you want to imagine tracing the breath right back to its center, energetic center, Mula Bandha. It's really good for arm balances, because as soon as you take the Mula Bandha upwards, if you don't have it engaged, it sits in the heaviest part of the body, right? The hips, the legs, the thighs, the tummy, all surround this kind of delicate, subtle control center. So if you have your mind and this center connected, then you're not going to fall, you're not going to wobble, you're not going to stress out. So any arm balance, let's do an arm balance. And my awareness is where you know it is. Okay, so holding myself, keeping myself light and secure. And if you're light and secure, transitions become easier. So the peak of this knowledge, the piece de resistance, comes in your Shavasana, in your headstand. So as you do your headstand or your shoulder stand, and you send the heavy part of the body up, hold this area, make it light, make it stable, make it unmoving, for equilibrium, for mental calm, and for lightness up there. Something I like to do to bring more awareness to Muladhara is bring the heels close to the perineum. So this is done a lot in traditional, classical, old yoga poses, where the heel is said to stimulate the energy of Muladhara. So you often see the heel very close to the center of the body. So I like to do this sometimes in my headstand. Something else you can do to test yourself is try to twist your headstand, holding the center. Maybe play with your headstand, holding the center. And coming down from your center. There, I sacrificed the child's pose. So I hope that's useful. Let's explore this foundational support in class this week. And I'll see you soon on the mat.